when ChatGPT really became big a little over a year ago, in Japan, suddenly you'd go to a bookshop and you'd see shelves stacked with books about ChatGPT.
Really?
And my first thought was, if someone is actually interested in ChatGPT, wouldn't they just open it and like use it and just try it and maybe read about it online, not buy a book? So that was one curious thing that I noticed in Japan. And for the other one, I'm wondering, because I just saw a report online that said a study was done and they tested basically people's efficiency when using ChatGPT. And the finding was, for someone who doesn't know what they're doing, ChatGPT will actually slow them down and produce more mediocre work because they don't know about the topic that they're working with, and ChatGPT, they can kind of verify. For someone who's very knowledgeable about a topic and just needs like a co-pilot, it will actually speed up their work and kind of increase output and be a useful tool. Is this how you see it as well?
Yeah, this is why the Copilot branding by Microsoft is just genius, because that is exactly what it is right now. It's like not fully autonomous, and if you're not an expert, then yeah, you can like totally mess things up. Like I had this thing where so I'm using it for coding, but I never use it to write more than like half a line of code. Like you can ask it, hey, go and implement this algorithm, and like 9 times out of 10, it's not what I needed and it's wrong. So, but if you don't know that, if you don't have the experience as an engineer to know that what it outputs is wrong, you'll just put it in and then you'll have issues, right? And you have bugs and it doesn't work. And so, yes, I do have the experience that I'm able to tell this is exactly what I want. So please help me write it so I don't have to do the typing part, right? So I like to think that I use it more as like, this is intelligent autocomplete, right? And so I'm like, oh, I just cannot reach for this thing, or I don't know how to do this one thing. And then it gives me like 3 answers, and I'm like, okay, this, the third answer is the correct one out of those 3. The other 2 are like totally wrong. And so I think what I said earlier is like, if you want to get started programming to use ChatGPT to get started, I think that's going to be an amazing way to get started, together with maybe like some tutorial or like a course, like a video course, or however you like to consume information, where you have like authoritative content. But then the nice thing about ChatGPT is that it's just, you can keep asking it questions, right? Where it's like, hey, this presenter explained how this thing works in programming. I don't understand it. Can you explain it to me? And then it will take that and like make it simpler so that you can actually understand it. And it's very rare that it makes mistakes like that. And yes, if you use it and you're not an expert in the field, it's kind of risky. And so I totally agree with you on that.